do, and we're glad that you can spend some time with us. We really are. Welcome to the aquarium. Now, the exhibit, as you look at it, everything in that exhibit is real. There is no fake anything other than the rocks that some of the plants and anemones are growing on. So the exhibit is the purpose of it is to give you an idea of what the kelp forest looks like out here in the bay without getting wet. This is what you would see if you were on the bottom. You would probably see in the bay, you're going to see more kelp and fewer fish. We do it, we have divers come in here about 3 times a week to trim the kelp back so that you can see these exhibits, see the animals in here. Now these fish are not exotics. Sorry guys. They're not tropical. They're all from this coast. So they're either from the bay or nearby here. So these are kind of our locals. And that kind of holds true through this end of the aquarium. The giant kelp in here, we were the first to grow it. And you might have noticed that if some of you got here a little while ago, might have noticed it was kind of swaying back and forth. Well, we have a pump up there that creates that motion because these plants really can't get anything by putting roots down in sand. It just does not work for them. So they'll hang on, and most of them will get a hold of something like a rock or some shale or any kind of protrusion on the bottom, and they will take nourishment in through their leaves. So in order for it to get nourishment through the leaves, we have the pump going back and forth. Well, when we first opened, a little over 27 years ago, we had it going too fast because people were getting seasick watching it. So we slowed it down. It's safe to watch it now. It's off. The pump is off right now because we don't want our diver going back and forth. We want to have her probably stay in one spot. It's easier to keep up with the program that way. Giant kelp has been used for thousands of years. It's a fertilizer. It's been used in makeup. It's been used in pharmaceuticals. It's even been used in toothpaste. And it also provides a nursery for these fish, these little fish, to grow up to be big fish, which helps us when we keep the ones that we eat from this area sustainable. So it's some of these fish that will come out here, you will swear you won't see them except for this, because they are perfect. They look like a perfect kelp forest leaf. So you'll notice that when Tracy gets down here. But what these plants really do that's important to all of us is they recycle CO2. They take carbon dioxide and bring it and break it down. They keep the carbon and they expel the oxygen. And oxygen is important to us. They do this, and these kelp-type plants and smaller, they create over half the oxygen in the atmosphere. So it's a breathtaking type of thing. Tracy doesn't have a swim ladder, right? No, she's not down yet. Okay. In any case, people ask me, how do you get kelp from the bay in here? Well, they have to go out when they need a new kelp plant, and these will live 7 or 8 years. When they need it, they go out the bay and they get a new kelp plant, and they have to put it in a great big bag, and they try to put it in there nice and neat, and just think 250 feet of an extension cord with kinks in it. All right, and then they bring it in here, and we strap it to the rocks. First of all, they got to get it out of that bag. All of this out in the bay, they're down anywhere from 30 to 60 feet. Well, this exhibit is 28 feet high, so they're doing all this underwater. And then they strap it to they affix it to the exhibit, and within a couple of days, it'll get a hold. It'll send out its own little string, which look a lot like roots.
Oh, hi, Chuck!
Hi, how you doing?
Everybody!
How you doing, Tracy?
I'm doing pretty well. Wait, I can't hear everyone. I'm going to say hello. Hi, everybody! Oh, that was better. Good. It's very thick here. Very thick window.
Well, it's always been that way.
Yeah. The water and fish will be in here along with me, and you all can be nice and dry out there and see what an incredible community our kelp forest is. And clearly, some of the fish in here know that I have some special treats for them.
They have been waiting for you.
I don't know if they were
Used to be they went straight to the bottom.
Oh, and here comes a sheep head right here.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what you want. There you go, there you go. Go in, go in. That one has big teeth, so I'm careful with my fingers around that one. You know, I don't want to end up like, no, where's my, no, I
She
got
was down,
home.
she was down at your feet for quite a while.
We'll keep an eye on that one, too.
I'll keep an eye.
Thank you. Here's a medium-sized mouth here. So we've got some medium pieces for some medium-sized mouths. Like everyone probably has recognized something like that.
What do you think that is?
Oh, it's sinking.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, wow, look at that.
What do you think that is she just put? What's that she's got in her hand?
There's another one. This leftover otter food is really what it is. And then, of course, we got some pieces of squid. There's a squid head and the sharks that I just saw. Oh, there you are. They tend to love that squid.
Well, they do if they hold down. They slow down.
Yeah, I think that was the squid head there. So I'll hold on to a whole piece of squid here in case another shark comes over. So, oh, there's another shark.
I only see, yeah, there's another.
Oops. Here it goes.
There we go.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, good, you got all five left.
I do. I still
All right,
have
you have a sheep head right there on your left, right there.
Oh, hi. Oh, here. Oh, buddy. Oh. Yeah, you know, none of these fish are aggressive toward me,
No.
but they've got some big teeth, you know. They eat clam out in the wild, and so they can literally bite through clam shells. So that's why you just have to be careful and respectful when you're in here with them.
Their whole face presents a real black spot. In other words, they can't see it. I don't know how they catch stuff, but they can't see in front of them. And Tracy's face, Mrs. is at your feet right now.
Yeah.
She's coming up.
Well, and they tend to be pretty territorial. So, you know, they
Yeah.
like to kind of plant themselves in an area and say, this is my area. So I say more power to you. I'll stick around outside of your area. Yeah, lots of
He
good
may
stuff.
want another bite here.
Okay, well, you know, he really went for the shrimp. So I'm going to hold on to this piece of shrimp. Interesting thing about all of the food that I'm feeding out, it's all restaurant quality stuff.
Yeah, he's on the left. Oh, he moved down.
Okay, and it all comes from basically right off of our Seafood Watch pocket guide. I just have a copy of the pocket guide in here. Chuck, have you seen this? It's a brand new copy.
I've seen that.
It's the giant version. Check it out.
What? Is that the updated one?
Yes, I'm a gigantic seafood.
I have a smaller and much more portable one here.
Let me see your version.
All right.
Ah, yes, this
Yeah.
is the diver version.
Yeah.
If I'm eating underwater, I'll use this.
And what we feed the fish is restaurant-grade food. We get the same, some of this food goes into the restaurant, some of it comes here.
Well, the great thing about it, too, is it's all sustainable, so we do a lot of research on that.
And sustainable simply means that we don't eat the fish, or don't feed them to our fish, faster than they can reproduce.
Yeah,
It's just balancing what you eat as a seafood with what nature can provide and can continue to provide.
yeah, we really try to walk the talk in terms of making sure we're not overfishing just to feed our fish, and that's true of us, too. So a lot of employees and volunteers here follow that same seafood guide, and we certainly try to follow it when we feed the fish.
Okay, I don't see either one of them right now. I don't see either.
Well,
The one that she fed earlier is the California sheephead.
Well, here's what I'm curious about. So here comes the shark. I want to see if the shark is interested in the prawn, the shrimp at all. Let's see. Seems to be okay with that. Yeah, and those, you know, the leopard sharks tend to eat, you know, out in the wild, they sip through the sand, and they eat stuff that's buried in the sand, like what little, sometimes maybe a worm.
Does anybody have a question for Tracy? You have a question like that?
Yeah, I've still got a little more food, so if you have something you're seeing, go ahead.
raise your hand.
You're welcome to.
Well, Tracy, do you ever worry about getting bit?
You know, not really. Like I was saying, I try to keep my fingers to myself. I pay attention to the territoriality of some of these
You got a couple
fish.
sharks coming up.
That one's really wasn't so nice. So, yeah, but not really. I got bit by a fish out in the wild once.
Justin's gonna, and they are all, just follow the fish. They already know what's going to happen. I think they've been running around the last half hour looking for you.
See about that.
Go for it.
Yeah, so Justin has some krill right up above me, you can see. And that's littler krill, so you see it looks like a pink cloud up there. And that's for the small valves, like that school of sardines, but you'll see other fish are taking advantage too. Those smaller
We start
valves.
taking advantage of the krill and not the fish.
Well, we may lose a sardine or two every once in a while.
That's an occupational hazard. But the real key here is two things. Fish feed by opening their mouth and creating a bacteria. They kind of suck their food in. And so Tracy keeps her fingers out of the way and leaves the food there. They'll get it.
Yeah, for the most part.
The other thing is if we feed these fish, one way we're able to display all these fish in their natural habitat is if they're fed, they don't eat each other. Because they really don't eat when they're not hungry.
Yeah, they certainly, as long as they're well fed, there's just no need to expend any extra energy to hunt. So they tend to just do fine with one another. But I like that because then you can see sort of the way this habitat looks if you were diving out in the wild. So it's really neat.
Anybody got a question for Tracy? Well, when I did a touch pool coming in here, it's pretty cold. How are you doing?
Not too bad, actually. It sounds like it's around 55 degrees in here, so it
Oh,
could
boy,
be
that's
worse.
very warm.
Yeah, that's not very in here. I will start to get cold in about 5 minutes. I'll start to wrap it up here pretty soon.
I think we better do that.
Okay, well, hey, it's great to see everybody out there, and I hope that you're enjoying your time here at the aquarium. This is a great aquarium.
And our mission here is to inspire conservation of the
Exactly.
ocean, and that's what we're about. And talk to any of us, whether they have a little vest or a little red jacket like I do.